Hey, good afternoon. Look who I've got with me. It's little June, just up from her nap. She's got a big smile on her face. Hey, so today I thought I'd give you a tour of our homeschool space, and talk about the 10 essential elements of setting up a homeschool space. So first, let me just tell you, if you don't have a dedicated area in your home where you can homeschool, that's okay. I know lots of moms and dads that homeschool on the kitchen table or in the living room or wherever else that feels comfortable. So don't feel pressure like you have to have this really fancy homeschool space. It's totally fine if you don't. And our homeschool space, hey Junie B, has totally evolved over the years. And we started out super simple. Oh, she's gonna bite me. With really minimal materials, getting free things off of Craigslist. Now, I've been homeschooling for 11 years and just barely got my girls their own desks to sit at. And until that point, we were just using plastic folding tables. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about that every schoolroom should have, no matter what kind of school space you're using, is a table, a large table, because even if you only have one child, you're going to want some space where you can sit down and spread out your materials, lay out the math book, lay out the handwriting pages, whatever it is you're doing. It's really nice to have a clean, open space where you can just get out your materials and go for it. We start every morning here at this table as a group. We do our morning opening exercises, if you want to call it that, and then we do 2 group classes at this table before moving on to our individual work. Which brings me to number 2. You will also need in your homeschool some individual workstations, whether they be fancy desks like these, and these aren't even that fancy, or a little folding table like this. This is where our preschooler can color and paint and do Play-Doh, whatever she wants to do. She has this little storage container here where she keeps some fun things. I think she's got she's got Legos and trains in there. It's pretty cute. And then, one of her books and just a ton of paper, stuff she's working on. She's been busy, I can see. Okay, so number 3, you probably want a place to put your computer. And you can see our computer right here is missing the keyboard and the mouse. And that is deliberate because my kids are easily distracted. And so when I like them to use the computer for school and not for play. Okay, the next space that will be important to your homeschool space will be some kind of place where you can comfortably read. This is a couch that we bought on Craigslist. And we spent a lot of time here doing our read alouds. The kids also like to sit down here and do their independent reading. It's where the baby sits to play. This is often littered with toys and books. So you're lucky to see it all cleaned up. Okay, the next thing that you're probably going to need in your homeschool is a large writing space. I have this big whiteboard. It's actually not whiteboard material. I got it at the Home Depot. And I forget what it's called. It starts with an M. And I think it's used to line showers and tubs with or something, but it works just like a whiteboard. And it erases pretty well. If it's been up there for a long time, you'll need to get like some window cleaner or something to really get it cleaned off. Probably my most useful writing tool is this little whiteboard right here. Oh my goodness, if I could only have one thing in my schoolroom, it would be this. And I've written out these 10 elements that we're discussing right now. This thing, I use it every day. We use it in science, we use it in math, we use it in art, we use it in reading. I use it all the time. On the list of things you must have in your homeschool, or at least I think you should have, a water source. Okay, and so this bathroom is very convenient, not only for potty breaks during our school day, but also because we need water to clean up messes and to do art. So if you notice the flooring here, another element that I strongly suggest is durable flooring. We ripped out the carpet in this space and put in hardwoods because I knew we'd be dumping clay and paint and markers and all kinds of things on this floor. So it's really great to be able to just sweep it up, wipe it up, and not have to worry about, oh my goodness, he dropped paint on my carpet. Yeah, that would be horrible. That would ruin a school day. So you want some good hard flooring in your room that you don't mind beating up just a wee bit. Look at this, I'm so blessed. I have all these windows, all these wonderful windows in my schoolroom. 7 altogether, I think. There's the 2 there, and then moving over this way, we have this like wall of windows here, 3 big ones. I used to homeschool in our basement, and it was like a dungeon. I tolerated it for so long. So grateful to have lots of light. It totally makes a big difference in our day. The next thing I wanted to talk about was storage. Storage. Any homeschooler is going to run out of storage no matter how much you have. And being a bit of a hoarder, I just need all the storage I can get. So this thing is really cool. I've had it for a long time. We got it at IKEA. My mom was kind enough to purchase those for us. We have this one, and then we have this more natural colored one. This one over here has a lot of our science equipment in it, and down low are toys for the baby so that we can just pull it out and put it on the rug and she can play. Over here is more of stuff that I would use when I'm working independently with a child, so that when I sit here, I can flip around and grab out our math supplies. A lot of the stuff here at the bottom is math, and then stuff up here, actually, I think that's all pretty much math. We have a lot of math stuff. And then this is like pens and pencils and paints and crayons, pencil sharpener, hole puncher, CD player for music appreciation time, and then just, Kleenex and hand sanitizer. The real storage I want to show you is over here. I'm so, this just makes me happy that this schoolroom has a closet. I have not always had a closet. Okay, you're going to laugh at me when you see what's in here, because I told you I'm a homeschool hoarder, and I am. Check me out, okay? When you've been homeschooling for over a decade, you collect a lot of supplies and resources. And I hoard, because those books represent money, okay? And since I have 6 kids, I need to reuse as much as I can. So when I get a resource, whether I purchase it new, used, or it's given to me, I save it. I just save it and I collect it, because I know I'm gonna need it at some point. And if I don't, then I'll bless someone else with it. I have this amazing closet. I actually used to have to store a lot of my books that I wasn't currently using either out in the garage or in our crawl space under the basement. So when we moved and got this house with this amazing closet, I was so happy. Okay, last thing I'm going to talk about is the teacher zone. This is my teacher zone. It's a bit of a mess, I'll confess. I'm not super neat. I like to be organized, but I'm not always neat. So I just keep a calendar right here under my keyboard. This one's pretty banged up and ready to be moved out for the new calendar of 2019. But I mark everything that's happening in our homeschool here. And I like to work on a desktop. I hate anything smaller than a desktop. And then just, when the kids give me stuff or things I'm supposed to keep track of or remember, they go here. This is our printer, and it also has some storage underneath. This is our lovely recycling bin and trash can. I knew you wanted to see that. And then this is just random storage here. I just keep things in here that, I don't know, it's just kind of random miscellaneous stuff. Anyway, so there's the 10 things that I would recommend for any homeschool space, regardless of. Hey, before I close this thing out, I was just putting together the video and realized that I forgot to say probably the most important thing that I wanted to share. And that is that you don't have to have a perfect homeschool to start homeschooling. You can homeschool with whatever space and resources you have available to you at the moment, and grow and build slowly over time as you're able. The other thing I wanted to say is my space is not your space, and your space is not my space. The great thing about homeschooling is that you can make it whatever you need it to be. As your children grow and their needs change, their study habits change, your curriculum changes, your homeschool space will also adapt to all these changes. And it's kind of fun. It's always a work in progress, my school. I hope that some of this has been helpful to you and doesn't feel overwhelming. If it does, just remember this one thing. All you have to do today is keep learning.